Hi everyone, it's Krista Q. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my fall 2024 melting basket with you guys. Melting basket is kind of a loose term because this is just a massive collection of things that I'm going to be trying to melt through over the next 2 months. And I will say I will never get through all of this. This is just so that I have plenty of options to choose between. So please don't jump into the comments telling me, that's so much wax, you'll never melt. How are you going to melt through that? Like, I'm not. So this is just for me to have lots of options. And I am going to try to film this over the course of the day. As you guys know, I am homeschooling. I am working from home. I'm doing all the things in my house. So finding the time, the space, the sanity to film can be difficult. So we're going to do this in sections and I'll try to just weave them all together into one video. But I'm actually going to start with some of my newer stuff. You guys will see this in another video coming up soon. I recently hauled some VCS and some Traverse City, and I am adding both of those things to my fall melting basket. So this is just those things exclusively, and then I'll jump into some stuff I've had a little bit longer. I am set up in front of my wax collection back here, the boxes, and this is just a little small TV dinner table, so hopefully it's not too shaky. My cat is, as always, running around and making her presence known, so I apologize in advance for that. But anyway, let me get started. From VCS, I have just this cute little sample of pumpkin spice. Isn't that adorable? The fact that even on samples she puts glitter. And this is just a straight pumpkin spice. It is quite spicy, as you might imagine. I will probably mix that with something else. I don't like super spicy stuff on its own, but it'll be a good blender. Also from VCS, I have quite a few of these. Let me get the thing in focus. My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me, and that is, sorry, I'm kind of doing this blind. Cinnamon glazed donuts, yellow cake, and rich sugar cookies, and that is in one of her little ghost face shapes. I also have an entire blossom bar, well, what's left of a blossom bar in that, and I will probably melt from that first, but I wanted to show you guys the little ghost shape because it's just too cute. Lizzie Borden's sugar cookies, and that is caramel, cinnamon, marshmallow latte, and sugar cookies. And I've got two of these nice thick leaf shapes to melt. Cup of Ambition, and that's in the two little ghost shapes. And that is coffee bean ice cream, yellow cake, gooey batter, fresh rolled dough, buttery vanilla, and a hint of sugared almonds. Jackie O's pumpkin pecan waffles, and that is rich vanilla bean cake topped with whipped marshmallows and a side of pumpkin pecan waffles. And I love these tiles. They're so pretty. Again, they're pretty thick too. I feel like even a really generous melter could get 2 or 3 melts out of each of those. We have Scoops Ahoy, and it says, hang out with Robin and Steve at the ice cream parlor while sampling this vanilla ice cream topped with butter pecans inside a sugary waffle cone. And these souffles, I can get quite a few melts out of these. Butter pecan ice cream is really like a sentimental scent for me because it reminds me of my mom. It's one of her favorites. Always makes me very emotional to melt. And then the last thing I have here from VCS, from my newer VCS anyway, I think I may have 1 or 2 things in my older stuff to show you. But this is a loaf. I'm going to have to kind of turn it sideways. It is Sally and Jack, which is just her Sally's rich sugar cookies and then cotton candy frosting and sprinkles. This is sweet, sweet, sweet. I could melt this any time of year because that cotton candy is so strong and sweet. I don't feel like it's exclusively a fall melt at all, but on days when I want something a little sweeter, I think that that will be perfect. All right, and then I do have a few things here from that Traverse haul. I have a bag of Snickerdoodle, which says it's vanilla cookies, cinnamon, butter, and sugar. As I said in the haul video, her cinnamon is like actual cinnamon, like ground cinnamon in your spice cabinet. It's not too spicy, but it's very, it borders almost on savory. It smells more like cinnamon in cinnamon bread than a cinnamon cookie. So for me, I like it better when it's blended with something really sweet. But I do like that scent. And then Frankenstein, which is perfect for this time of year. And it is buttery cupcakes, sweet pumpkin, crushed pecans, and vanilla bean. And this to me smells like pumpkin pecan waffles and something else, like a cookie scent. This is maple cinnamon pancakes, and that is buttermilk pancakes, maple syrup, and cinnamon. And I love these leaf shapes. This one's good. It's very rich, so you have to like that kind of maple syrupy richness. And then last from her, I have Funnel Cake Lane. This is golden cake, sweet cider, cinnamon, and sugar. This one is really, really delicious. It's obviously Cider Lane. And then that funnel cake balances it, doesn't overtake it. This, it's not exactly the same, but if you like the Warrens from Vintage Chic Scents, this is a really good, not dupe, but it's very similar. It's got that Cider Lane and bakery sweetness. It's perfect, in my opinion, for this time of year. So that is what I have from my most recent hauls. And then everything else I'm going to show you guys comes from my actual collection in these little boxes behind us. And every couple months I pull new stuff and pick from that. So that is what I'm going to be showing you guys next. Okay, next we have some scent shots and shapes. And other little things that don't quite fit into the bags and clamshells category. I only have one piece of Dessa's to show you. I actually do have more in my basket from Dessa's, but the other thing I have is a very beat up loaf, or what she called them, Build-A-Bar, that the label has fallen off and the bag is all smudged. So just trust me, there's another piece of Dessa's in my basket this month. But the one thing I have to show you is Main Street Waffles. And she has these adorable little kind of oval scent shots. And it says mouse-shaped waffles, melted butter, and thick maple syrup. And this is very, very yummy. Great for this time of year. Sorry about the cat. Okay, I have a couple things from Sugar and Spice. I haven't ordered from her in a while, but I really need to. This one I had to bag because the lid broke, but this is caramel kettle corn. I have caramel pecan popcorn, butter brickle ice cream, and State Fair funnel cakes. I really love her wax. It is a little bit pricey, especially for what it is, but it always performs like an absolute monster in my home. All right, more scent shots. These are Candles by Victoria, and I have cinnamon raisin bread, Main Street. I do not have the scent notes on these for you guys. I'm very sorry. This basket is so big it would take like 2 hours if I had scent notes on everything. This is Sweet Caramel Cookie, Poisoned Apple. I'll probably melt that right around Halloween. Simply Delicious. Apple Butter Festival. The Porridge Pot. Cinnabon. And Sugar Cookies. Her Sugar Cookies is certainly not my favorite, but it's not bad. I will probably melt it with some other stuff. You guys know, sorry for the shaking, that's the cat. You guys know that when it comes to sugar cookie, I'm pretty much exclusively a Sugar Cookie Royale type of girl. Speaking of cookies, we have a couple here from L3 in the scoops. I have Cookie Therapy, and that is Santa's on Keto and Sugared Shortbread. And then I have the Burrow, which is a classic in our home every fall, and that is fresh baked cinnamon rolls with extra brown sugar and vanilla frosting. It is just one of the best sweet cinnamon bakeries from any vendor. And from the Bathing Garden, I have this little shape. This is Mummy Apple Sugar Cookie. This is several years old now, but her wax, look at how cute that is. Her wax really stands up to a lot of cure time, so I think it will be perfect. And then speaking of old, most of these are 4 years old from Glitterati, so it's time to get them melted, and the bags are getting really smudgy. I have Beaver Tails Orange Lace Cake. Look at how discolored the labels are getting just from being in my collection. They just sit in the box. This is a little bit newer. This is County Fair Strawberry Pound Cake. Her County Fair is a delicious bakery blend. This is from that custom in 2020 from Peeps Espresso, or it is Peeps Espresso rather, excuse me. And then I have Apple Butter. And again, these labels are getting so old, they're discolored. It's low-key embarrassing, but you know, when you have a lot of wax and it just kind of sits there, it's going to kind of smudge the bags and discolor and everything over time. Okay, next we're gonna do some chopped loaves and chunk bags and things like that. I've got from Rose Girls, Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow. This is exactly like the candle. It's one of my all-time favorites. Also from Rose Girls, we've got Oatmeal Ice Cream Cake, which is vanilla ice cream, birthday cake, and oatmeal cookies. Her oatmeal cookies are quite spicy, so if you're team no spice, you may not like that one, but I like it for blending. I've got a little bit left of But First Coffee, and that's Donut Holes, Cup of Cake, Brown Sugar, and Coffee with Cream. I actually have several more bags of this in my collection. I've also got Sugar Cookie Latte, Opposite of Keto, and that's a million notes. It's got frosted sugar cookies, hot lattes, cookie dough, monster cookie, royal sugar cookie, waffle cone, pretzels, and cream cheese frosting. That is a lot going on. But Rose Girls has some of the best bakery, no matter what she blends. All right, Super Tarts. I've got Apple Bake. This one used to be Texas Chainsaw. That is caramel apples, hot maple toddy, and French baguette. You guys know that is an all-time favorite of mine. Bananas Foster's Cupcakes. That's banana cupcakes, buttercream, sugar cookies, and caramel. This one used to be Body Snatchers. And again, that is an all-time favorite of mine. Hello Fall. I don't know what this used to be, but it is candy corn, sponge sugar, and butter brickle. And it is sweet, sweet bakery yumminess. A couple more from Super Tarts. This is Happy Fall, y'all. And that is Homemade Biscuits, Vanilla Bean, and Whipped Cream. That one used to be American Werewolf. And it is such a good, unique vanilla bakery. And then we've got Breakfast Brew. Let's see if I can get the label here. and that is sweetened cereal, marshmallows, sugar milk, coffee, and vanilla cream. This one used to be Gandalf, I believe. It's her Lucky Charms with coffee and cream. I've got one here from Kay, and this is funnel cake, or what's left of it. It's just a couple cuts in there. And she has a really rich, delicious funnel cake. I've got 3, it looks like, from L3. I've got Black Ranger, which is, again, if you guys know me, this is an all-time favorite. Blackberry jam butter cookies and marshmallow pound cake. I've got multiple loaves of that, so I'm not afraid to melt what I've got. I just chopped this one up. This is White Elephant Exchange, and that is powdered donuts, vanilla wafers, white cake, and vanilla frosting. Just a good solid vanilla bakery. Last one here from L3. Label's getting a little crusty looking. That's just vanilla ice cream and cola. So if you like that like cola float vibe, that's a great blend. I've got a couple pieces here of a Blossom bar in, let me get the label here, the Warren's Visit Cookie Monster, and that is glazed cinnamon donuts, a warm cup of mulled cider topped with gooey marshmallows, caramel drizzle, sweet cinnamon, doughy sugar cookies topped with buttercream frosting, and a glass of ice cold milk. I'm shaking all over the place, I'm sorry. Basically, the Warren's is like a Cider Lane bakery blend, and her Cookie Monster is kind of her famous signature cookies and milk type scent. And speaking of which, I also have part of a Blossom bar in just Cookie Monster, and that says doughy sugar cookies with buttercream frosting dipped in icy sweet milk. So that is all of the bags that I have. Next, I'm going to show you clamshells, and then I think we're done. Okay, last segment here. I'm going to try to go quick. We have clamshells. This is a mix of retail and vendor wax. From Sensationals from Walmart, I have Cider House Donuts. I think this is Sensationals. It's Fusion, and this is Homemade Caramels. I got this at Meijer when I went on a vacation. We don't have Meijer around here, unfortunately. Same with this, Pretzel Cone and Pralines. This is such a good, like, state fair carnival type scent, and that was also from Meijer. From Walmart, Sensationals Farmhouse Cookies. This is like an apple bakery. It's really, really yummy. I'm so sorry I'm shaking, guys. I just have been having a lot of trouble with my blood sugar, and I'm gonna shake no matter what, so you guys will just have to bear with me. This year from Walmart, this is pecan shortbread. It says pecan nut butter, shortbread, cookie dough, spice, and caramel scent notes. This is a very spicy bakery. I will probably mix it with other things. Then we have 2 different ones that are from 2 different brands but are exactly the same scent. We have pumpkin cream and marshmallow. It's also been called pumpkin marshmallow cream in different years. And oak and rye pumpkin bites. They're exactly the same. 2 completely different stores, completely different brands. I got this at Kroger, this at Walmart, but they are the same. They are almost an exact dupe for vanilla pumpkin marshmallow from Bath & Body. So if you like that scent, you will love those. And then, speaking of scents that are very similar, I have vanilla pumpkin cream that I got at Meijer, vanilla pumpkin cream that I got at Kroger, and creamy pumpkin that I got at Walmart. And these are all very, very similar. They're a little bit different, but I bought them at different times, so I couldn't really compare them. But I mean, look at the labels. They basically are just the same thing over and over. That's what you get in fall, though, is you just get pumpkin, 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 pumpkin. And then the last one of these is my Sensationals pumpkin cider. I bought a whole bunch of that when it was out, and now I'm a little bit burnt out on it, but that's the last one I have. This is in horrible shape. Look at the clamshell. But I bought this from Kroger years ago. I mean, I was That was when my husband and I were staying with my parents for like 6 months. So that would have been 2018, I think. And this is all I have left. This is spiced pear, and it is such a yummy scent. I bought probably 20 clamshells back then, and that is what I have left. A couple from Hobby Lobby's Darcy and David. I have Grammy's Toffee, which is butter, caramel, and vanilla. And I have, well, this has a cat hair stuck to it. I have Maple and Cream Latte, coffee beans, coconut milk, and maple. And the maple and coconut scents really make that a unique coffee blend. I don't think I've ever smelled anything quite like it. And then I've got a bunch of these little skinny, like 1 ounce clamshell, 1.25 it looks like, ounce clamshells. Some of them I only have a few pieces left of. I've got bourbon pecan pie. My husband really likes that one. I've got salted caramel butterscotch. Got apple pumpkin. One of my boys really likes that one. Apple cider donut. Chocolate chip vanilla cookies. And iced caramel macchiato. And those are all really good. That wax is a really good deal, honestly, for what you're getting, what you're paying. It's a better deal than just about anything you can get. I've got 2 clams from Super Tarts. I've got Ball Game from several years ago. And that one just says Cracker Jacks for the note. And then I've got Butterbeer. And I think this was from a Wax Wednesday, which is why it's just got the simple label. And last, I have some from the Bathing Garden. I melt the Bathing Garden mostly in fall and winter. This is Virgo. I will try to open them really quickly for you. I have only melted a piece of this particular clam, but I am a Virgo, September 20th birthday. So I try to melt that around this time. I've got the Fortune Teller, and that has this beautiful glitter and this beautiful wax rose embed, and that is like a cola bakery blend. I love it. My husband hates it. Colossal Pumpkin Lanterns. I know some people absolutely love this blend. It is not for me, and I've literally tried to give it away to family, and they're like, ugh, no. So I may just melt this one in the bathroom or upstairs or something just to kind of get through it this year. I'm so sorry if you love that one. It is just not for me. Salted caramel popcorn, and this is exactly what it sounds like. And look at the beautiful, oh, her wax is just gorgeous. 2 more. We've got pumpkin marshmallow cookie jar. And this is not a dupe. It's not the same oil as vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, but it's got that same vibe. Look how pretty. And those larger embeds like that, those are usually wax that will melt along with the cubes. And last, but absolutely not least, is Clowning Around. Look how pretty layered color that is. This is like apples and bakery and spice, and like you're eating a caramel apple at a circus or a carnival. It's so good. And oh yes, it is very, very similar to Apple Bake from Super Tarts, which used to be called Texas Chainsaw. It's got that same kind of like cider plus bakery delicious fall scent. So anyway, that is everything. There are a few bits and pieces I may add throughout the next 2 months, and I will probably pull a specific Halloween melting basket. But other than that, that is everything. As you can tell, that's much more than a single basket. I actually have like an entire bookshelf that I call my wax shelf that lives in my living room, and me and my family pull from it throughout the month. And then my collection lives in these big bins around here. So yeah, I'm swimming in wax and always looking for more because that's who I am as a person. But thank you all so much for being here and for your support as I've returned to YouTube recently. It's been a lot of fun reconnecting with you guys and just kind of sharing our love for wax and getting to know some of you guys a little bit more. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you all as always, and I look forward to seeing what you guys are melting this time of year, and just, as I said, connecting with you guys and getting to chat a little bit more. And until that time, thank you all so much for stopping by.